Oh my. Oh, can you guys believe this? I am just clipping up some videos for you guys, and all of a sudden, I have to jump on back because a couple of y'all comments gave me the right attitude. What's going on? Wow. We are looking at GME hit that rocket. I know that AMC looks exciting as well, up 1.5%, but GME is up 13%. That's right, 10x, and that is itself pretty exciting. GME is looking at a significant rip. Let me make it full screen, and then let's make some sense of it. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's make that price action a little bit bigger so that we can see. Let's see how we could have predicted this. We have the MACD here. That is one of our best indicators that we have. We got Mr. Meatball here. That's another indicator of excellence. Let's turn on this light here, and let's jump straight into it. Give me those crayons. Meatball and I just took a shower. Meatball went first, and I went. It's a good time. So this is on the minute chart. We had a spring-loaded cannon bring us up from 170 all the way above 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count the one that it was supported from. 4 different levels of resistances past 180. That's a $10 1 minute candle, right? $10 in 1 minute. From there, let me turn it in pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, consolidation, 5. This is a 5-part subwave. Let's make sure the cheat code isn't going to tell us anything different. This is looking like on 194 is going to be where GME is going to struggle. Moonbound GME, says Chris Rakes. They try to keep me away, and yet look at those green bars there. That's on the 30-minute chart. Okay, let's see if there's any trouble on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, no sell indicator. Seems like GME is just going. Moonbound GME breaks 190. After hours live. Okay, so 190 has been approached. This is past the Bollinger Bands of the after hours here on the 5-minute chart. So we're looking at some serious price action as it climbs up. This is, by all intents and purposes, very dangerous territory, right? 2 bars of the 30-minute chart. This 30-minute bar is from 170 to 182, right? That happened in actually 1 minute. So forget it happening in 30 minutes time. And this one from 185 to 195. Another 30-minute bar from $10. So rising $10 here, passing through 197. Looks like 200 is about to come underway here. $200 is about to reach its maker. Gonna have to change that thumbnail. $200 after hours. And then in a second, we'll explain exactly what's going on here. Oh man. 197, 198. 198 is the level right now. Everyone is jumping on board right here, right now. If you guys are just coming in and you've seen some hard knocks at this channel, right? It must be doing something right if we're getting this much scrutiny. Reminder, I am not going to tell you to sell. Do not do as I do when the mother of all short squeezes occurs. Nobody is here to tell you to sell or do any financial advice. I've never done that on this show, and I will never do it. So as you guys continue to watch, just know that I am selling on the way down. You do whatever you want to do. This 1 minute $10 mark here is a $10 1 minute candle. So within 1 minute, we're likely going to see this type of momentum here, breaking at 198 exactly. 198 is the level of resistance that we have reached here. And now starting to peak downward from their level. I'm expecting to see volatile movements, to be sure. No, I don't think anyone could have predicted this $10 1 minute candle here. As it moves downward, I'm just going to make the chart as we go. I'm imagining that we're going to see a little bit of bounce here, or optimistically, we're going to see it shoot off from here. In a second, we'll take a look at what resistance is above 190. GameStop is $5 below its high after hours, going up 15%. Okay. Rockets in the chat. Rockets in the chat right now. This 1 minute bar right here essentially sealed the deal right there. Many people at the exact same time saw GME and bought it at the exact same time. So let me see if there's any news here. 25 minutes ago, GameStop completes at the market equity offering program. Let me take a look at what that is. At the market equity offering program. Let's cover these guys. Hide all. Perfect. And now we have a little bit more room to play around with. So we're going to cover exactly why this is happening. See if this is the case. Okay. We're squeezing, fellas. What's up, Jackie Daytona? Dropping some ducks in this chat here. Let us open this up here. GameStop completes at the market equity offering program. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Just took a shower and we are here with the largest rip after hours we've seen in weeks. Honestly, it might be months at this rate, because at the gamma squeeze in January and in March, we have yet to see a 1 minute $10 candle as clearly defined as this one. I think this minute is going to live in infamy. Let's see exactly what minute this is. This is 4/26/1640. 4/26. Hold on a sec. April 26, 1640. At this time is the 10-minute candle that we deserve. Right here at 4/26/1640 Eastern, we saw a rise from 170 and change to 181 and change. Right here, we are looking at a significant impulse from 180, 1 part, 2 part, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts, 7-part impulse wave up to 198. From there, we have 2 paths tracked out, and you guys are likely wondering what exactly is going to happen. Well, we are looking at 198 expectantly. Optimistically, we see us recontest 198 and take 200, where there's going to be a mental barrier. To be fair, to be completely honest, there is going to be a lot of people at 200 that are going to paper hands. Scissors in the chat for them, because we know GameStop has been waiting for a rip like this for a long time. What could be the cause? Let's take a look at GameStop completes the at the market equity offering program from 25 minutes ago here. GameStop disclosed on April 5th that it had filed a prospectus supplement with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to offer and sell up to a maximum of 33,500,000 shares of its common stock from time to time through the ATM offering. Hold on, we just had a Melvin and Friends super chat. Heard you like squeezes, so I put some squoze in your squeeze so you can squeeze some squoze while you squeeze the squeeze. Thank you, Melvin. What would we do without you? Aww. That's wholesome. Let's put that right there. Disclosed on April 5th that it had filed a prospectus agreement with the U.S. Securities, the SEC, to offer and sell up to 3.5 million shares of its common stock. Right, so we saw this before cause a major panic sell event, but then people start to understand exactly what this was. This is the problem with panic selling. Earlier this month, GameStop disclosed that it had issued an irrevocable notice of redemption to redeem $216 million in principal amount of its 10% senior notes due 2023 on April 30th, 2021. So this is them paying off their debts in full. And that's about it. So GameStop completes the at-the-market equity offering program here. Let me pull up some more news. Hold on. WTF is happening, Andrew? Well, let's find out. Looks like my crayon drawings have disappeared. It is being supported each step of the way by the simple moving average here. So 1 time, 2 times. This is the 3rd time and possibly the most crucial time right now as the simple moving average props up the GME's movement upward. The VWAP, a lot less volume after hours, but still trending upward healthily. So we see this healthy growth here. The VWAP travels halfway up this $10 minute long candle. Gino Della Morte, wife's grandpa just died yesterday. She's a huge GME diamond hander. Can you shout out some love for Dr. Star? Dr. Star, if you're out there, thank you for everything you did in life, and thank you for having a, what is your relationship? Wife's grandpa, a grandson-in-law, like Gino Della Morte. Okay. Right on time, Jezebel. What's going on? Mighty Browser Jezebel currently in the house right here. I'm digging up a little bit more DD. Looking in, let me take a look here. See if WeBull would like to spill its guts here. My GameStop stock is trending higher than today. Let's see what Benzinga has to say. Yep. GameStop seems to be one of the only stocks that is having this after hours double-digit rip. We see Microvision having a 6.5% continued rip on its 49% or so rip from the day. 10 milli per share at this point, says Kimberly L. I'm going to continue looking for some DD. GME after hours. Okay. GameStop completes at the market equity offering program. I think that's the main thing here. Yeah, Benzinga. Let me take a look at the map. Ken Fabio says, I messaged Lord Weir to get you on. My prayer was answered. Just stepped out of the shower. Oh, man. Ken Fabio. Okay. Debt-free and 550 million in the bank. Bullish AF. Plot is thickening. Looking at GME, hit this 187 level of support. We haven't seen that happen in a long time. Right, GME has not had to fall downward from 200 all the way back down to 188. Let's see if this bounces. Looking to see a little bit of action between the simple moving average and this level of support right here. Pessimistically, I can't stop. I refuse to believe that GME would stop short of its VWAP here. So that is a pessimistic view as we continue to try and develop this story. KM, of course, gotta come back. Kingdom of Wadia. Okay, not sure what if I missed something. So we're seeing GME's price action push through its simple moving average. This is for the first time because even here it was caught before it pushed all the way through. So the simple moving average has been acting as a lower bound this entire time until now. Right here is a crucial point where GME's ability to either go back and consolidate at the VWAP or consolidate at this level is going to be tested. They Turk our gerbs, says Melvin and friends. Oh no. Jim Cramer tweet. Okay, let's take a look. Jim Cramer, 8 minutes. AMC GME to the moon. Ryan Cohen can now put my plan into play. Okay. Finally got in contact with Pink Cat's Princess of Main Lord. So we're talking it up right now, just to give you guys a sense of what we were developing during the market hours conversation. Okay, continuing to look a little bit deeper at what kind of price action we're expecting. Oh, once again, it deleted my drawings. Here. Okay. Kelly KX says, how do you organize a party in outer space? You plan it. See you on the moon. Thanks for the hard work. Aw, Kelly, that's so nice. I love that. How do you organize a party in outer space? You plan it. Ah, that's smart. These super chats are so like thoughtful. Boom. GME currently up 11%. It was even higher at 198, so $10 below its maximum after hours right now. We're currently trying to develop the story to make it all come together and make sense. GameStop completes at the market equity offering program. Company ultimately sold 3.5 million shares of common stock and generated aggregate gross proceeds before commissions and net expenses of $550 million. So this is the only explanation for this rip here. They have 550 in the bank and debt free. They got lots of cash right now. Money times. Let's see if cheat code caught this $10 dip. 5-minute chart. Would we have had a sell here? A sell indicator here, one sell indicator, and a swing indicator, no squeeze. So this would have been a 3 out of 4 sell indicator on the 5-minute chart right here, right before this 192 dip here. Of course, most apes do not know what the sell button is. Melvin is back again. Once it squeezes, I'm gonna be like, Genie, fellas, he got 75 gold candles. Now the latest, what do you got? Purple peacocks, he's got 53. Thank you, Melvin. Yeah, we saw Jim Cramer's tweet. Let's actually pull it out for everyone to see. Jimathan Cramer. Where did that tweet go? Jim Cramer. I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic right now, but 12 minutes ago he says, AMC and GME to the moon. Ryan Cohen can now put my plan into play. How do I quote this? What's a snarky comment? Please crowdsource this comment for this retweet right now. Let's look at... Let's look at new. How can I sleep when GME is going wild in after hours? NSC 2021-005 just filled. Is that it? Okay, one sec. Oh, these are all from 3 minutes ago. There's nothing from 3 minutes ago. Marge is calling after hours. So is this a margin call or a flash cover of a bunch of shorts? We will have to find out when the fin report comes out. I guess in like a week. Whatever 2-week lag there is. Hold on. Oh, I'm looking at new on the wrong subreddit. One sec. Regulatory filings here. NSCC 2021-005. Meatball, you good? T plus 21. GME is currently up another $18 at 10.5%. The pessimistic prediction is currently trending right underneath the 188 level of resistance, but right above its VWAP. $0.05. Hold on. Still going through. $3.5 million shares for $551 million. Totalitarianism 2.0. Jim Cramer, show us your positions. That's not a bad one. Turn off auto. Go back and track this. Still trending right between its VWAP and 188, as predicted. Seizures of the self-regulatory organization. This is the 005 on the DTC, NSCC 005 here. So it's back. 51 pages, you say? Well, one sec. Hold on. I still have this tweet that I got sent Ryan Cohen, Jim Cramer. So this is NSCC 005 filed right now. We also have a pretty cut and dry sold 3.5 million shares of common stock, generated aggregate gross proceeds of $551 million. DJY412. GameStop still undervalued. I actually have a work meeting in 20 minutes, so I won't be able to stay for all of after hours, but this is me digging as much as I can right now to find a little bit more about the nuggets here. If it's just this, that's okay. We already figured it out. Surprised to say that this is a positive catalyst that we've been able to see before. Investor relations page. Okay, hold on. 426. GameStop completes at the market equity offering program. Right, we already saw that. In fact, we can have this one instead of that one. So this is the news release. 3.5 million shares for $551 million. Oh. Could we have saw this in the VWAP? Now is the question. That's the new question. Cody Becker says, run a dual chart. AMC did the same thing at the same time. Maybe your mixed squeeze. Ooh. AMC not as well. Let's see if my charts actually look very similar. So look at my drawings with those yellow circles right there, right? That's where GME was. Oh, this is Mavis. AMC here. Those circles are touching basically exactly the same. Instead of a $10 minute chart, we have 11:30 to 11:67, so a 30-second minute chart instead. And from here, this price action almost looks identical. GME and AMC trading basically identically right now. Yeah. Sergio Porras, this is a bad time to transfer to a new broker. It might not be a great time, but just since we have a lot of high hopes for the end of this week. Take a look at, yeah. Justin says halted or restricted? No. It would need to move a lot more in a lot shorter amount of time to see that through. This optimistic chart is not coming true here. Pessimistic chart it is. Pessimistic chart is now trending underneath the VWAP here. I'm going to be drawing another optimistic chart here. Even optimistically, if it trends below its VWAP, it's going to push down below 184, where it's going to have to push off of 180 as a solid mental barrier here. Let's see. This is pretty insane. Okay. It's like we cannot ever win. Oh yeah, Melvin Capital website is also down, that's right. I'm running out of coffee, I'm gonna drink this water here. This is pretty insane. GameStop disclosed on April 5th, 2021 that it had filed a prospectus supplement with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to offer and sell up to a maximum of 3.5 million shares. Let's take a look at Stonko Tracker to see how many more calls have expired here. 7,163. Okay, so all of the when GameStop closed at basically 170 today, all of the calls that we were expecting by 170, so there were only 982. This is actually a very interesting point to make, is that there are not basically exactly 982 calls at $170, because all of that was in that 3,000 calls that piled into the sheer number expiring by April 30th. There's a ton expiring by April 30th here. Okay, time to make a video. Oh. I'm gonna make a quick video. We only got 15 minutes. We're gonna do a solid, DD here. So we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna cut these two out. Some price analysis here. This is the way, ladies and gentlemen. Moon Platoon. Make sure that you are staying vigilant right now. Professor Meatball is. You should be as well. We're going to dive through the price action from after hours today and give you a little sense of exactly where GME is going and AMC as well. That's going to be towards the second half of this video. So if you're an AMC lover, go ahead and go to the timestamp listed in the description. But for GME, let's dive in head first. First of all, look at that MACD. The moving average convergence divergence to look at some technical patterns here to give us a sense of where we are headed off to. A sharp divergence is what we're looking for, something like this, right? The orange line here was trending basically sideways, the normal after hours stuff, but this breakout right here is the sign for people to start piling into it, and how quickly the signal line picks up after it shows a $10 minute candle right there. So if you guys are looking for minutes to live on in infamy, that is April 26, 1640 at 4:40 p.m. Eastern time. From there, we saw a 7-part impulse wave. So I'm going to draw in yellow just to make it a little bit clearer, but this is the very beginning right here, if I can draw a straight line. And from there, we had a part 2, part 3, 4, 5, right, 6, this consolidation period here, and then 7 right above to 198 where we were soundly rejected. From there, we've been following the price live on the channel. If you guys want to catch one of these, you'll be able to see my pessimistic and optimistic charting. From there, I had a pivot where we dropped down to the VWAP and trended between the VWAP and 187 as a level of resistance. This is happening here. After it trended below its own VWAP, I predicted that it's going to now fall down to 180 to be caught there. It is actually staying above at 183, and we need to understand where. Why is this happening? Where did this come from? The news and the data. First things first, Stonko Tracker. We'll leave you in suspense for a while. If you came on the live show, you would already know the reason why. But Stonko Tracker here. We have the opportunity to look at 7,000 calls expiring in the money, half of which were not in the money until GME hit 168.93. This is actually a pretty interesting point right here, because we're talking about how many calls are going to be exercised, or at the very least sold at in the money by the end of this week. We're hoping for it to be above 170, and if you're looking for exactly 170 calls, there's 1,000 of them right here. That's a pretty easy distinction, right? If every single call up to 168.93 is currently in the money, then only 169 and $170 calls are going to be out of the money up to 170. So maybe all of these are 169. We don't know. But what you do know is how much of the short volume has been put against GME. For the last few weeks, we have been rising steadily until, boom, the 19th of February, one day before when we saw, allegedly we're going to see a good amount of share recall news on 420. We saw these 2 days shorted with the most percent volume, up to 62.2 and 62.4%, and it has stayed up here. Even the last trading day, it has 59.4% in terms of shorted volume, which means the people that are trying to keep GameStop down are doing a job of trying to get as much volume as possible to hurt the stock with downward pressure. So they're running out of fodder, right? We have seen GME still at 1% borrow rate, 1.1%. Now it's actually different, down 1%. But we were seeing that at 0 a couple of times last week. That was because they're running out of material to throw at GME. And now for the major news here. Here's a press release from the investor relations website of GME. On the 5th, they filed a prospectus supplement where that caused a large amount of panic selling, right? People thought that GME was going to try and jump ship and offer 3.5 million shares of common stock, right? They ultimately already sold them. So they already sold 3.5 million shares of common stock today and generated $550 million more money to throw around for their e-commerce transformation. This is what picked up on the news catalysts here. This news came out on today, and it picked up on Yahoo Finance, and from there we were able to see it right there. GameStop shares jump after Reddit favorite raises $551 million in stock sales. CNBC and the Global Newswire picked it up, and now here we are tracking the price live of GameStop with me, Andrew, and Professor Meatball. He just took a shower, so he is a little scruffy right now. Where are we looking for GME to go forward to? Well, let's take a look at the option chain for this week, right? Like we said, Stonko Tracker is going to have to update because we're looking at the next benchmark here, 7,000 calls expiring. That is a ton. If you guys want to be able to find out exactly how much more that was since last week, then go ahead and go back to the daily data dives that I have on Twitter. Andrew Mo Money on Twitter and Instagram as well. I'm going to go in and look briefly at AMC's price action today, especially since AMC played around a good amount with these double top here at 1196. AMC ultimately had a very positive day. Let's get rid of these drawings real quick. Traveling above 1116, where it crossed through its VWAP, supported by the VWAP here twice, and from there you likely could see the exact same place being supported by the VWAP at 11.10 cents. Upward it goes from a two-part impulse here, 1, 2, to a 3-part impulse right here. So we have 1, 2, 3 there. When it hit from 1116 to 1147, that was only a 50-cent rip, but it gave AMC enough of the momentum it needed to travel far and away, diverged from its VWAP here. One of the thoughts that you should have when we see AMC hit a level of resistance that it hasn't seen in a couple of weeks is, will this double top? Because it's coming from an uptrend. And if it hits the same top twice, this is a investor behavior that indicates that the people that are investing in the stock currently are trying to squeeze the last juices of the price hitting 1192. Once it hit twice and rejected soundly both times, we were expecting a negative downturn here, a 5-part correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as it tried one last time to rally during the pre-market. During the power hour, last few minutes before it headed into the power hour here, headed into the after hours here, we saw that AMC, if we track it over GME in parallel, so let me go back all the way to when I have my little drawings here, you'll be able to see something interesting. If we track GME and AMC together, hold on. Let's clear the slate and draw some brand new ones here. We'll note where a GME is hitting its simple moving average. So here, well, actually make it yellow. So here, we see it hit the simple moving average here. I'm tracking this blue line and the price action here, and we see it hit one more time before it plunged below its simple moving average. And let's just track briefly what the price action looks like here. A dip downward here, and then from here a correction after hitting on 198, and then a large 1-minute candle here. Let's now track that over at AMC's price trajectory. Boom. looking at the exact same 1 minute candle here, except that AMC goes from 1130 to 1160. Right? We see a opportunity for AMC to ride this wave upward here with this red arrow, and then an opportunity for AMC to hit its top, basically at the exact same area where GME hit it, and then start a slide downward. So these stocks trade in tandem because of ETFs. These stocks trade in tandem because the same people have risk and reward in these stocks, but this is getting to be a little bit too suspicious with the price movement not nearly as high. It's 10x the magnitude of the price movement, but the trend of AMC and GME a little bit too specifically together. Thank you guys for watching this technical analysis to the end, as well as a small news update. If you guys appreciate the grind and coming back during after hours after a 7-hour session bell to bell, I would really appreciate a quick like on this video. If you guys wanted to support me, there's the join button is down below waiting for you, or a Patreon link, and we'll see you in the money. Peace. Okay. And that said, we have about 5 minutes for me to answer any more questions. My prediction was for GME to continue trending in between this VWAP and these two levels of support and resistance here. You're likely, unless we're going to see any more of these green 1 minute candles, you're going to see pretty much the exact same patterns as where the VWAP prescribes, either pushing past it where we could see a retake of 195, right? It's still a $7 difference here, but these levels of resistance and supports are still trending pretty much in sync, even though we haven't seen these levels for weeks now. Okay, let's see. WTF is the sell button, I agree. Harry says, what happened? I thought you were off for the night. Nope, I'm back, as it turns out. Okay. Hopefully got that AMC analysis done as well. Bum 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 bum, says Nick. Bum 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 bum. Price prediction for tomorrow is that this is going to stay where this VWAP is going to be. I mean, I don't have the luxury of being able to see if GME contests 188, for example, right now. But if it does, we're going to be able to see pre-market tap out basically around 188 to 195. And I'm imagining that people are going to be pretty bullish on GME at 198 level, but be prepared for a massive paper-handed event. A lot of people have this, they've been tired of GME for a long time. They maybe bought back in, and now they have one last chance to get out. So those paper handers are going to come in, and we do want to expect the retail market to react accordingly when the normal population of people come in. And people who don't trade after hours in pre-market. Oh, man. Aw, MNB 79, Rock On Brother, and Hodl. Einhorst, I like that change there. I change it up a little bit, but I'm going to stay more consistently to that. Creamer tweeted to the moon, fake squeeze incoming. Yeah, I'm a little bit suspicious of that. So be prepared for some serious shenanigans. Okay, I do have to jump into a business call. So I don't have much more for you today. Be on the lookout for this DD coming out later, and this TA coming out later.